the hell? Can you hear me?
I can. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
I am host Eric. I'm here with host Abe. We are here with famous person Justin and Robert, and I am about to talk to you for the first time ever. Famous person, what is your name?
Hey, Lamau.
A. Lamau. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm about to
Hey,
talk with
Lamau.
famous person A. Lamau, and I take it you must be of what, Ukrainian origin? It sounds like a Ukrainian name.
Holy shit. No.
Oh, it's not really your
Like,
name?
I
Shocking.
mean, I mean, I mean, do you want to know my actual name?
I don't care. First name is fine. If not, we can call you A. Lamau.
I mean,
I don't want to know your name now. From now on, you're I. Lamau. A. Lamau. Okay.
okay.
All right. So, Mr. Lamau, tell us, when you were in fourth grade, were you happy?
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, no, not really.
All right. Tell us what upset you about your fourth grade experience.
I mean, uh, let's see. I think fourth grade was when I first went to a private school, because the elementary school it was pretty bad. So I went to a private school, and that was just horrible. And I never did my homework, so I just every day I would have detention, and I never went to recess fourth grade at all, never at all.
So, wait, I. Lamau, are you telling me that detention didn't work? It didn't convince you to do your homework?
I mean, it was like it was a 2 hour bus ride back home, and by the time I would get home, it just everything would be so chaotic. So I'd just be like, screw it, I don't want to do this homework.
Right.
It wasn't worth it in my eyes.
Well, but I. Lamau, now here you are much older, you're thinking to yourself, dear God, I wish I had completed that fourth grade homework assignment, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so fine, you didn't like fourth grade. Um, are you are you out of school, still in school right now, or what? How old are you? I mean, like, where are you in your schooling
Uh,
progression?
I mean, right now, I'm just finishing up a college course. But other than that, I work part time at UPS and try and make some money.
What do you want to spend the money on?
Hell yeah. Uh, I just bought a new car, so I kind of want to use the money to pay it off as soon as possible, increase my credit score. Uh, I just want to have something that I could use to help me later in life. Like if I wanted to get a house, like I get a mortgage, I have a good credit score, so I can get a lower rate, something of that sort.
I see. Um, well, do you want to get I mean, you want to get a mortgage and a house and all that kind of shit?
Uh, no, I mean not right now. I mean, honestly, right now I'm just thinking about paying off the car, getting that taken care of, having it last a while. Any repairs I need to do, I'll just do it. Go to work. Just do the thing.
What do you
The
do for
everyday grind.
What do you do for fun after your everyday grind is done?
Oh man. I mean, I usually just like go online, yeah, talk to people, play video games and stuff like that. That's usually what I do.
What kind of video games do you play?
I mean,
K-pop.
I play uh, League of Legends.
Oh man, I heard that you actually have to sell your soul to play that game because it's so like intriguing
I
and
mean,
time consuming.
it's not time consuming, but if I could have a meter on how many hours I put into it, it'd probably be over like 500 hours.
That's
You know,
not
something.
time consuming. Yeah, I look. I play. I spent through many hours into Madden. So there's nothing inherently wrong with playing lots of video games. What additional sort of things do you have in mind as sort of identity components. What would you like to see if you were a character in a book or something? What
Hmm.
what actions, what accomplishments, whatever would you like to see comprise your identity? You know, what would you like to see be part of you that not currently is?
I mean, I wish I could just like go outside and like talk to people and like have them like me or something. Just like, hey, what's up? And then like instantly be like, oh yeah, we're cool, kind of thing. I kind of wish that was easy.
So you don't find general you don't in general find social interaction out in the world particularly natural or easy? Doesn't come to you naturally, or you found difficult experiences in the past, or what?
I mean, it's more like it's not like troublesome, but in some cases it just becomes like I wouldn't even say too much effort, but it just seems like out of reach to do it. Like you just don't want to do it because you just don't want to do it at all. You just don't want to talk to these people.
What do you think the payoff would be if you were to overcome that and actually go outside and talk to them? You've indicated you'd like to.
I mean,
but I want to know, do you really want to, or what is it? What do you think the payoff would be?
I mean, considering all the people I know's lives, if I was to hang out with them and every night and everything, it'd just be the same thing. Watch TV, or just like do something that's just dull every time. So I'm just like, why waste my time doing that if I could like have something that I can like interact with and like talk to people. I mean, it doesn't matter who, because I don't even know who these people are. So I just like, talk to them and stuff. It's sometimes funny, they get mad.
Like, you do that stuff on League, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
If you were going to have a chance to, like, you're stuck in a place, you were shipped off to a place for a day somehow, and you had a choice of two rooms, and one of them was a room with a bunch of like musical instruments and audio recorders and video recorders and painting shit, make paintings with. And the other room was a bunch of like lumber and tools of different kind, and like pipes and tubings and other kind of construction-y type supplies. Which room would you rather spend the day in?
I'd spend the day in the construction room, most definitely. I think that'd be way cooler than just painting something that you can't use. You can't use a painting. You can't use art. Essentially, it's just there's no point in it. You make a picture, and then what can you really do with it other than hang it on a wall? But if you make a house from materials, you could use that. It could be worth something.
Right.
That's my view on it.
Yeah. Well, what would you want to make if you had all those materials?
I mean, you could honestly, with materials like that, and if you have the tools to do something with it, you could make anything you honestly wanted as long as you had the materials to craft it with.
So what would you want to make, though?
I don't know. What would I want to make? I guess, something like a table. A table would be pretty cool, or a chair.
Yeah, I kind of want to make a table now, too.
It's something you could use. You could, like, sit in it, and then you could, like, use the table. You could put stuff on it.
You could. You could put whatever you wanted on that table. You could put a pack of cigarettes on the table, put this on the table, all sorts of things.
Yeah. What are those, Marlboro Reds?
Yeah, they are.
We can do a lot of stuff on a table, right?
Cowboy killers.
Good thing I'm not a cowboy. I think that you should make a table. That's what I think. I want Lamau to make a table, and I want you to come back. I want you to when you start making a table, when you come back with like a couple pieces of wood and like a hammer and some nails or whatever, I want you to come back on GoToMeeting and walk us through your table making process.
Mhm.
I think you should make a table.
I mean, it's kind of like crazy though, make a table.
Okay, listen. All right, I want you to think about it this way. Now listen, if somebody comes up to you and says this, don't listen to them. They're being crazy. It's a bad idea. Nobody ever said that about make a table.
No, you're right about that one. That's right. I've never in all my life said, making a table is some crazy stuff, man.
Maybe even make it start with a small
I don't know anybody
table.
that said that either.
Start with a small table. Make a small table first. It doesn't have to be a big table.
A small table?
Yeah.
I can make a small table.
It could be like this
Easy,
size. It could be like this. You could call that a table. I didn't make this, but
I mean, yeah. Technically, it could be a table, as long as it has a flat, even surface. I guess.
So,
Yeah.
Lamau. What I'm wondering is two things. One, why aren't you currently going and getting lumber and nails and a hammer to make a table? And number two, did you choose the greenest headphones you could find?
That's a headset, and this is like the best headsets for League, I think. I'm guessing.
But they're super
Not sure.
green.
Alright, look, they're pretty cheap for where I got them. I mean, I wasn't really thinking about the color. I was just
Right.
thinking about if you had headset with 7.1 surround sound and a microphone that worked. I mean, how much would you be willing to pay? I mean, you're not really thinking about the color of it because
No, I
generally when I
gotcha.
get off work, it's pretty late.
I
Lights are off.
understand. That's right. There's no reason to care about the color at all. In fact, when I bought a motorcycle, I don't know, a long time ago now, but I got a weird color of blue that wasn't very popular because it was like $1,000 cheaper than the black one. I don't care what fucking color it is, Get the
Yeah, as long as it did its job, right?
it works just as well for
Yeah.
$1,000 cheaper because it's a different color. Give me the fucking. I'd take a pink one. I don't care. Anyway, the point is, I just thought it was a funny thing to say. But the other question is much more serious. Do you have any lumber nearby you can just pick up right now and start making a table live on Talking with Famous People?
I mean, not really. I just have to wait till tomorrow morning, go to Home Depot or something. And I'll
You
get
don't
some
need to go to
2x4s
Home
from
Depot.
there.
You should go find some wood that somebody's throwing away. People throw wood away all the time. And then find some wood, and then you just got to have some nails and a hammer, and you just make a little table. Now I'm going to make a table tomorrow, too. I'm going to make a table, and then you come on when you get your lumber and your hammer, and you make your table, and we'll compare tables.
Really? Well, what kind of wood are you going to use?
Well, let's go. I'll show you right now. Abraham, keep him for company while I'm getting some wood to show.
What the hell?
So I'm pretty amused at this point. I want to see if he actually makes a table, maybe, or there's like a very good demonstration of some sort.
I mean, shoot, I just want to see if he's using maple, oak, plywood. There's all kinds of different woods. I want to see like what actual wood he's gonna use. I think that'd be pretty cool.
So when I was in high school, when I was competing in a speech and debate, this guy, his topic was wood, and typically when you give a speech on a certain topic, you have to have like 3 points to talk about. And this kid literally chose morning wood as part of one of his topics. And he was like shamed. Like everyone shamed this guy for talking about morning wood. Because his subject was, okay, you have to keep in mind this is like a formal event, right? It's a tournament and they're parent judges and whatnot. And this kid gets the topic wood, right? And then suddenly he gets shamed for mentioning the fact that one of his points was morning wood. kind of funny.
I mean, technically, in the title, it says wood. It has to deal with some sort of wood. I mean, even if it's slang, it's still there. You can still use that. I would think. You know, that's just how it goes. What kind of wood did you get, man?
Well, I got these. I got more of these outside, these things. Now this one, it's got these little metal things on it, but I could take that off. See? I have a circular saw. I could cut it. And then I could cut it in half about and make a table that's just that size. I'm thinking about like a long narrow table. And then I could... I don't know how to attach the boards to each other or anything. I'm really bad at shit like this, but I'm gonna try anyway. I'll make like a cross beams, something like that. And I
mean, you could just take a small 1-inch, piece of wood by like 8, and then just like nail that in from the bottom if you really wanted to.
I could.
Something like that.
I think I will. I'm gonna have a really good table any minute now. I'm not gonna make it right now because it's too. I don't want to be hammering at midnight, but yeah. I'm gonna have a great table.
But
Eric,
the biggest question.
Use that table for whenever I come over and do work stuff. You actually work on the table.
Yeah.
So here's the question I gotta ask you though: what actual kind of wood is it? Like, is it a specific kind? And did you buy it just for like the kind of wood?
I didn't buy it. It's found wood.
Oh, found wood.
Yeah. You
Like,
find, people throw wood away all the time. You just take it from the trash.
Not around here, man.
People throw wood away?
I mean, you get people that throw away like a couch, and then like by the next morning, it's like half destroyed. I don't know, something.
Where do you live?
I mean, just the other day, I had my neighbor throw out their couch, and then I had a pickup truck come around like 2 in the morning. I don't even know why. They didn't even put it in the back of the bed. They just literally towed it. The thing was scraping on the ground. It was so stupid. It was literally... Yeah.
They attached it to... They just towed it down the street? A couch?
Yeah. Yeah, people do some pretty dumb stuff, but... Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess so. So, I don't have any really clear understanding of your personality type. I don't have a good idea of what type you are. But would you consider yourself in general extroverted or introverted?
I would say more of an introvert person.
When you're around a lot of people, does it sound tiring?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, if you were in a chaotic social situation where you had a lot of people around, like a party of some sort, and a lot of different people, you had to talk to a lot of different people in a row, and you had to do that for a couple hours, would that energize you or make you tired?
Oh, that's just, tiring.
That'd be tiring. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are you orderly? Do you keep good, or do you like to keep your shit nice and tidy and orderly?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I wish.
Do you think
That's
that
okay, man. You're not the only one.
Do you think that you have a good understanding of your own feelings, or a better understanding of other people's feelings? Which do you understand better, your own or other people's?
I mean, I think that if somebody came to me with something they needed advice for, I could definitely understand where they come better than if I tried to explain that story to myself and I was in that situation. I wouldn't understand it one bit. So, yeah.
So you're saying you think you understand other people's feelings better than your own?
Yeah.
Interesting. Let me look here at the old piece of paper. Piao piao. This thing. When you, if I were to say to you, how many different ways could you talk about cheese? How many different ways could you come up with off the top of your head?
I would say probably like 4 or 5.
Can you say
know?
what they are?
I mean, cheese can be used to flavor something if you really wanted it. It can also texturize something. Cheese itself can be used to color, depending on what it is. Cheese can also be used as a flavoring, and at the same time, cheese can also be used to lubricate. If you really like melt it down or something, I guess it could be. It could become like a viscous liquid. Or, I don't know.
Okay. Do you think the truth is discovered or created?
No, I think it's always kind of. You would have to discover it, honestly, because I would think that it'd always be there. As soon as something's created or something is like lied about, it's always been there. It can't create the truth. That's impossible. Because then, what created the lie, or what created the thing that you're trying to find the truth about? It's always been there.
Do you have political ideas?
Like photo ID?
No, political ideas. Political.
Oh, I mean, like, what do you mean by that?
Like, do you have positions on how society ought to act?
I mean, kind of, I would argue.
Are you voting for Trump? First of all, are you voting?
I would say that certain ideas seem to go way too far past the equality line.
Like what?
In which people would argue certain things like guns create violence, but at the same time it could also... So you could say stuff like, oh yeah, well... Alright. So... I mean... I would say that, certain things, if you look at it certain ways, you could always argue that rights are being taken away from individuals because of what other people want to be implemented to protect their rights. So what other people believe is protecting rights is in fact taking others away. And I don't agree with that at all. But other than that, I would say like my political agenda is independent. I would honestly vote for any which person would fix whatever problems I see need to be fixed.
What do you think there are?
Like right now, most definitely would have to be that we're like, I would say over $18 trillion in debt. I mean, you don't have to worry about war because we owe so many people money that they won't invade us because we won't give them the money. So that's out of the question. But in the same question is, well, how are you going to pay that back? And if you say raise the minimum wage, that way that people can be taxed more, all you're going to do is increase everything else. So, you try and make it $15 an hour, and then all of a sudden you got a tax increase, and these people don't know what to do. They're like, oh, shoot, why am I being taxed so much? And it's because they're getting paid more. And at the same point, it's like, are you willing to pay somebody that works 8 hours a day doing hard manual labor, risking their life for what they do at minimum wage, or let's just say they get paid $15 an hour doing what they do, and then you have somebody who honestly has almost no responsibilities in their job whatsoever, and they get paid 8 hours a day just like them. They have nothing can really harm them. They don't have any job safety issues. And then all of a sudden it gets boosted to $15 an hour. They almost do nothing. And at that point, I see that as so unfair that the person who got hired probably had minimum wage in the beginning, who does manual labor, worked their way all the way up, and then person who did absolutely nothing gets put in the same position, getting the same pay. I don't find that reasonable at all. It just takes away people's ambitions. You know?
Okay, all right, yeah. So you're opposed to the living wage hike. My next question. My next question is diverges from that substantially, which is this: imagine you're in a situation where you're on one side of the river. You and your part of the town is on one side of the river, and there's a bridge across the river, and then there's the other side of the river. One side of the river, your side of the river, produces all the food, and you got to get the food over to the other side of the river for them to eat, okay? Now, one day the bridge washes out, and the bridge owner had a contract with the troll who lived under the bridge, and who gave the troll a certain amount of food and money and stuff in order to leave the travelers on the bridge alone. Well, he vamoosed out of town because he no longer owned the bridge. It was a toll bridge. Well, now the troll has decided he's going to be the toll taker, and he has implemented a troll food tax. He can tell if you have food on your person, and he will take it from you, but not all of it, only 10% of it. The problem is the amount of food that's necessary to get through the winter. If he takes his 10% of all the food that you take over to the other side of the river, then there won't be enough for everybody. So you've got to figure out a solution to this, or at least something to do about it. What do you
do? Well, what I would say is, if you really, truly, what month are we talking about? Is it already winter, or is it
just harvested?
Spring?
They just harvested and put away all the food for winter. Okay, so
okay,
it's the beginning of winter.
So honestly, at that point, the only thing you could do is ask for assistance from the other people. But after that assistance is gone...
From which other people?
They should...
Wait, from which other people? There's two sides of the river. You can't get across. You have a boat. You can go across, but the troll will take a food tax for any food you have on you.
I mean, I would just say kill the troll.
Okay.
I mean, whoever's doing the taxing.
What other solutions can you come up with? That's one. That's one possible solution. Kill the troll.
All right, so
kill the troll.
You can kill the troll. At that point, you could also find out where he put the food. And, if it's 10% from every person on the other side, you could try.
He ate it. He's a big troll. He ate it all.
Okay, so he ate all the food. So at that point,
But I'm asking you, what's another solution besides killing the troll? You could kill the troll,
okay.
but there's a protester, and she's standing on the banks, and she says, "The troll is an endangered species. Don't kill the troll." Now what do you do?
Ooh. I mean, I would say why not kill the troll, but at the same time, I would just have to accept that you can't kill the troll. So I would just say, well, why can't everybody? Well, see, even if you tried to share the extra 10% that was taken from the other side, that 10% would be taken from that 10%, because the troll isn't dead. But at least at that point, it'd be more food than what they had previously. But then both sides actually lose out on food because the people who go to the other side are getting taxed 20%.
So you have any other solutions for me? Killing the troll is a fine answer, by the way. That is a solution. How about you, Abe? Do you know this problem? Do you know any of the solutions? Have you heard other people's solutions to this, Abraham?
Well, I think that the best way possible to solve the issue is by clear communication. See, like you have to do a compromise with the troll. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta talk to him and be like, hey, you know what? You know, like I know you're greedy as hell, and I want to work something out. You know, and I want you to be happy too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could also capture the troll. You wouldn't have to kill it, but you could also hold it, and
or
that kind of thing.
Sorry about that. What you can do is you can get like a very starving, hungry, like not well fed young child from the opposite side, and you can bring it to have a conversation with the troll, and then you can shame the troll into not taxing you.
I don't know if that'll work, man. I mean, that's always worth a try at the same time. I mean, you could always try to use that. You could honestly do or try anything you can. I mean, I would say the second viable option is like capturing it if you can't get rid of it.
Like a Pokemon or something?
But at the same time, if you have that one protester, what you could also do is capture the protester or remove her or him, and then you could kill the troll. And then, just do whatever you need to do.
But here's the thing, you have to ask yourself, why is it that protester is protesting about saving an endangered species that's putting a detriment to everyone else on the other side?
She's convinced several more of the ladies in the village now. Now there's 4 ladies. She's convinced 3 of her friends to join her. There's 4 ladies now.
Alright, so how many people's lives are going to be lost at the cost of not killing this troll, though, or capturing her at some point? Because if they're protesting the death of a troll, obviously they're probably going to protest the capture of it.
But the protesters say,
at that point,
somebody come up with another solution.
I don't know what they would want to do. I mean, honestly, I would ask them. I would go to the person and say, what's your solution? Please tell me what you would do in this situation. If you can't say anything within 24 hours, then we're going to do our solution.
That's good.
So it leaves them an opportunity to state their mind, but if they can't, it kind of, gives us the opportunity to do what other people have to do in order to survive. If they're going to die, if they don't have enough food for winter.
I think,
I
think that you are an ISTP personality type. So, what I would like for you to do is to go Google that and see if it matches what you think.
I'm already on that.
You're already on that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oops. Stop the recording.
Wait, what was that?
I'm stopping the recording right now.
Okay.